this point in the video, it would be the time where I would say something along the lines of, "Hey, what's up my dudes, and welcome back to another video on what's the best way to get water." But those intros make me cringe, so I'm not going to do that. So today's subject matter is going to be the water distillation, which is where you boil water in a pot and then collect the steam in a rag or some other absorbent material and then squeeze it out to drink. Mainly you're going to want to use this for if you have salt water that you can't filter out.
Okay, back to my favorite swamp. Hey, what is that? Get out of me swamp! Ah! That's right! Run! Smell a little bit.
Cool. So once you get your swamp water, your seawater, or whatever water you're going to be distilling, then you need to get some type of absorbent cloth, like this cloth diaper. And yeah, this should be pretty good because it's super absorbent and it would work well if you want to try it at home. However, if your cloth diaper is used, you may want to boil it again once you get the water out of it. So what you're going to do is just put it over top, and then we're just going to use the lid to hold it on. And don't use anything you want to keep because the edges are definitely going to burn. And then we're going to put this on the fire, and hopefully the steam should soak up into this cloth. Okay, now we're going to put it on to the fire.
What?
Don't burn yourself.
Bye, Mr. Cloth. Goodbye, Mr. Diaper. Look at it, it's burning. Hey, maybe it'll keep the fire going longer.
Tried to keep this information from getting out of control over here. Meanwhile, okay, we're not going to put any more sticks in there, but we're just going to let it go for a while until we're sure that it has the maximum amount. We're going to be taking it off.
We're taking the lid off of our pot.
No, we're not taking the lid off. We're taking the whole thing off.
Take the pot off.
Using this thing. Wait.
I push it on.
Yeah. There we go.
That's our pot. It is hot.
No, it is not.
That is. He's kind of cute.
Be careful. Looks good to me. Is it wet?
Very.
It's very wet, he says.
But it's very hot too. Your hands okay?
Okay.
Look at all that char cloth.
It feels pretty hot, so we're gonna let it cool off.
Cool.
Okay, If I burn my hands, it's Dustin's fault because he says it's cool. Oh wow, the water is like gone.
Ooh, hot pot!
Okay, we have a problem. Feel it, there's no moisture whatsoever in this thing.
Oh my gosh, it smells like it's unused! Alright, so, problem. Diaper, dry. Pot, dry.
So we were sitting there for 25 minutes thinking that we should leave it as long as possible to get as much of the water to evaporate up into the diaper. Well, as we were sitting there drinking tea and watching it boil, apparently all of the water that had evaporated up into the diaper, which was all of it, then evaporated from said diaper and into the air. And now it is lost to us forever. But we will try again.
Until it rains.
We will try again tomorrow.
When it rains, the evaporation will come back down from the clouds.
Nobody cares. We're going to try it again tomorrow. We're not giving up yet on the distillation.
I got traced by Shrek for that. Today we're going to be doing distillation.
We had originally planned to do it the next morning, but it's been rainy for quite a few days in a row here. So now we're just getting our chance to get back at it and keep working. First thing we gotta do is build up our fire and clean out our disgusting pot. Currently, we have spent almost an hour working on building a fire. And look what we've achieved so far with our wet wood and wet leaves. That's right, a bit of smoke. Impressed?
I'm not.
Me neither. Man, there's nothing. We decided to tear our fire apart and start over. But with the tinder and everything that we've been using, it just hasn't been working. So right now we're going to go on a hunt for a cattail or 2, or 10, or basically as many as we can find. Let's go.
What you told me to do.
Oh, we're going to be going into some new areas you haven't seen yet, out further in the swamp. No cattails here.
Do cattails have a season? If you know, please leave a comment in the comment section below. We have a very modest goal of trying to. I have been captured.
By birds,
No.
by snakes.
It won't let me go.
Don't do that.
We've been injured. But we don't cry about it now, do we? I'm probably gonna have like 25 ticks. And I'm gonna be itchy all over the place from poison ivy. By the way, consider subscribing, because it'll help us get to our very modest goal of 10 subscribers by 2022. Yeah, we know it's a big goal, but 1 subscription counts. Right now we're at 9 subscribers. Thank you to all 9 subscribers. Run as we do. That's a... This is kind of nasty.
Okay, we've been up and down the edge of the swamp and all over the woods, and we haven't found any cattails.
Period.
Which is weird. Either they have a season, or they've suddenly all died off in our area. We're gonna head back to our house and try to find some other tinder. What a waste of time. I don't know.
I'm gonna eat it. Just kidding.
Tick Town.
Yeah. Run! Run, 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 run. Ew!
Are you dead back here?
Yeah!
Surprise! We're doing it on the stove. What? Why are you looking at me like that? If you really want to see us do it on a fire, skip back about 10 minutes or so, and then go back to the end to see how it works. And for all you survival freaks who are like, no, they're not doing it the right way, we'll even play some crackling fire sounds just to make you feel better. See you in a few minutes. Okay, I think it's probably ready. I think it's finally cooled off enough to squeeze it out into the cup. Maybe not. It's right about a quarter cup, which isn't the worst and isn't the best that we've ever done. And we'll probably talk about why it looks like that in our judging. Now, we're finally done doing our distillation project, and now we're ready to judge it. So, starting on simplicity, we probably would have given this one 5, because it's not probably any more or less complicated than the stone boiling, except that we failed it completely the first time. So obviously, well, it does have elements of difficulty that the stone boiling didn't have. So, probably 4. Moving on to materials. Well, I think this one is pretty much the same as stone boiling, because you can even stone boil it and then put the cloth over top of it. I think having a piece of cloth is just as likely as finding some rocks, so we'll probably give this one a 5. What do you think?
Definitely fine.
The third criteria is drinkability. And in the video, the water looked pretty nasty, but we think that this is because our diaper spent the last 15 years in a pole barn soaking up who knows what from the floor and whatever. So,
and we're also dug out of a garbage can. And before that, used as barf rags. So,
not the cleanest, but on the other hand, we're going to give this one a bit of a boost in drinkability, since it's the only technique that allows you to make seawater drinkable. So we're going to boost this one all the way up to 10.
by this time, you've probably figured out that this one cannot possibly mathematically win.
Well, it could technically if we made that last category a 10, but since other things obviously got way more water yielded from them than this one, we're only going to give it a 2. And our final score for distillation is 21, putting it in only 3rd place. And our other scores, plant transpiration is at 28, evaporation trap 20, water filter 17, stone boiling 27, and distillation 21. So, that means our top 3 are in 3rd place, distillation in 2nd place, stone boiling, and in 1st place, Dustin, you want to say it? Yep. Kind of anticlimactic. I mean, our very first video ended up being the winner, and it just kind of went downhill from there. Of course, don't listen to us completely, because this is our first time trying out all of these. So your results might come out differently if you did this experiment, and maybe even if we had some experience with all of these, it would be totally different, and maybe the evaporation trap would win. But feel free to try it out yourself, and if you're stuck out in the wild and you need water, be sure to look for a sassafras tree in the sun. Did you plan transpiration? Man, I can't believe Distillation didn't win.
I know, I got chased by Shrek for that.
Haha, just kidding. Shrek was actually Dustin in a hat. I bet we had you fooled.